going on, everybody? King Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Best of Pay-Per-View Wrestlemania 29, CM Punk. I'm already getting ahead of myself waiting for WrestleMania 30. Comes with the urn and the arms to build Paul Heyman. I got this guy offline, and I'm already going to say I did not like the way he was shipped to me. And the box is all mangled up, but I'm not a mint box collector. On the back we have CM Punk and his read-up. It's a pretty long read-up, basically saying about his match with CM Punk, or his match with Undertaker, and how he was unable to bring the dead man's streak to 20-1. But, you know, it was a really good match. I enjoyed that match a lot. You can see CM Punk comes with both arms. Daniel Bryan came with the legs. I just need the torso and the head and jacket, and then my Elite Paul Heyman will be complete. So, that box sucks. What I'm going to do now is get him opened up out of packaging, and we'll go on to the rest of the review, so stay tuned, folks. And so here we have CM Punk posing out of the packaging. Now, before we get on to CM Punk himself, he did come with two arms of Paul Heyman, his right arm and his left arm. And, of course, this is going to be toward the Elite Paul Heyman figure that this series is going to, or this particular series builds. If you recall in my Daniel Bryan review, Daniel Bryan came with the legs, CM Punk came with the arms, so just two more figures away from completing Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman is one that I plan on completing. And here we have the urn. Really nice little details on this urn. There's really not much to say in the way of paint. I mean, it is molded in this brass colored with the black lines around it. Significant amount of detail just for this tiny little urn, and I'm just fine with that. Okay, let's get CM Punk standing straight up. I'm sorry about the dogs in the back. Let's get a good 360 of this guy. I do like the figure, don't get me wrong. I have a few issues with it, first of all. But we'll go on to that after I get a comparison. So let's move him off to the side. And here we have the best pay-per-view CM Punk next to best of pay-per-view CM Punk. This is, of course, his WrestleMania 29, his WrestleMania 28 gear, and as you can see, they pretty much are the exact same figure, minus the head sculpt. I took the elbow pad off this one, so that's why he's not wearing the elbow pad. This one does have a few additional tattoos that this one does not have. But besides paint and extra tattoos, they're essentially the same figure, minus the boot. If you can see, when you turn his boot, there's still some of the kick pad right there. But when you do it on this one, he turns the entire kick pad, so that's a little strange. I really wish they would keep it like this. But let's move him off to the side. Like with my Dolph Ziggler, I don't like this head sculpt. It's a bad head sculpt. Not knocking the figure, but the head sculpt sucks. That does not look like CM Punk one bit. This looks more like Gilbert Gottfried covered in tattoos. Let's get a close-up of that face. That face is just horrendous. He does have his tattoos. Missing his Cobra and Pepsi tattoos for obvious reason. His black and purple stars on his trunks. His kick pads also gray with black and purple. Okay, let's get the camera situated. I do hate that they painted his kick pads gray. It should have been the same color of his tights, this molded gray plastic, but they painted it, and I really don't like that. They should have just painted the black part on. I mean, you did it on the trunks. Why not do it on the kick pads as well? Don't cheap out on us like that. Seriously. He does have the elite articulation that you've come to expect. He has a bulging head. He can look up, down, left, and right. Also has some head bobble. Arms on a bulge and go out. Do a full 360. He spins at the bicep, bends at the elbow, spin and bends at the wrist. And it's the same for both arms. He has an ab crunch. Works really nice. Swivels at the waist. Let's go forward, back, and out. He spins at the thigh, double jointed in the knees, spins at the boot, and has an ankle joint, as well as ankle pivot. So really nice articulation on this figure. So what I'm going to do now is get him posed up and move on to my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have CM Punk posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I don't know how I really feel about this figure. I mean, yeah, it's a really nice looking figure, but there's a few issues that I personally have with it. The Gilbert Gottfried face and then the black kick pads that were painted gray. I actually got this CM Punk online. I didn't find him at, well, I found him at Toys R Us, didn't pick him up. But I got him online for retail price, free shipping. Well, you saw the box anyway, but overall, I do like this figure, but can I recommend it to people? Well, this is coming from a CM Punk fan, okay? CM Punk is my favorite wrestler, and I say, if you can pass on this figure, be my guest to pass on this figure. I mean, it's an attire he's worn one time, and yet they refuse to give us the Macho Man Punk. He does come with a nice accessory, and if you don't get the 2-pack with CM Punk and Undertaker, I don't think you can get the urn any other way. If you're trying to build Paul Heyman, I say probably wait or get the basic Paul Heyman. It's the same thing in my opinion. But overall, if you can pass on this figure, go ahead and pass on it. I mean, I got it because I'm a CM Punk fan, and I'm going to be picking up more CM Punk figures down the road. But if you can find this guy at a decent price and at a good deal, I say pick him up. You know, he's a really okay figure. Nothing too special, and this is King Dragons 5000 saying I recommend CM Punk if you want to pick him up, and I'll see you later. Take care, YouTube.